Absolutely.
You did?
Yes.
How'd you know that?
By review of the literature.
So you told your superiors, the men in charge of the swine flu immunization program, about the possibility of neurological disorders?
Absolutely.
What would you say if I told you that your superiors say that you never told them about the possibility of neurological complications?
That's nonsense. I can't believe that they would say that they did not know that there were neurological illnesses associated with influenza vaccination. That simply is not true. We did know that.
I've said that Dr. Hatwick had never told me of his feelings on this subject.
And he's lying.
I guess you would have to make that assumption.
Then why does this report from your own agency, dated July 1976, list neurological complications as a possibility?
I think the consensus of the scientific community was that the evidence relating neurologic disorders to influenza immunization was such that they did not feel that this association was a real one.
You didn't feel it was necessary to tell the people that information?
I think that over the years we have tried to inform the American people as fully as possible.
As part of informing Americans about the swine flu threat, Dr. Sentzer's CDC also helped create the advertising to get the public to take the shot. Let me read to you from one of your own agency's memos planning the campaign to urge Americans to take the shot. The swine flu vaccine has been taken by many important persons, he wrote. Example, President Ford, Henry Kissinger, Elton John, Muhammad Ali, Mary Tyler Moore, Rudolph Nureyev, Walter Cronkite, Ralph Nader, Edward Kennedy, etc., etc. True?
I'm not familiar with that particular piece of paper, but I do know that at least of that group, President Ford did take the vaccination.
Did you talk to these people beforehand to find out if they planned to take the shot?
I did not know.
Did anybody?
I do not know.
Did you get permission to use their names in your campaign?
I do not know.
Mary, did you take a swine flu shot?
No, I did not.
Did you give them permission to use your name saying that you had or were going to?
Absolutely not. Never did.
Did you ask your own doctor about taking the swine flu shot?
Yes, and at the time he thought it might be a good idea. But I resisted it because I was leery of having the symptoms that sometimes go with that kind of inoculation.
So you didn't?
No, I didn't.
Have you spoken to your doctor since?
Yes.
And?
He's delighted that I didn't take that shot.
You're in charge. Somebody's in charge.
This
is your advertising strategy that I have a copy of here.
Who's it signed by?
This one is unsigned. But you'll acknowledge that it was your baby, so to speak.
It could have been from the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. It could be from CDC. I don't know. I'll be happy to take responsibility for it.
Green belts wrapped around our minds, and endless red tape to keep the truth confined.
over the past few years, we've been bombarded with chemtrails, poison air, poison food, poison water. Well, this is all what I think they're doing is to lower our resistance, and then they're going to release a bioweapon, not a nuclear bomb, but a bioweapon. It's going to kill people. This is where the preachers are going to come in and say, hey, we all have to go to the camps. We have to get these shots to make sure we stay safe.
And they're going to have an emergency reorganization into total government control and government jobs, the national ID cards, all of it put in infrastructure beforehand, and then it's over, yeah.
And Hillary, the mother, is going to cry on TV and tell you to do this. When you get to those camps, the red and blue tags probably tell you what kind of inoculation you're going to get. One that's going to kill you right away or get rid of you a little later. That'll take care of their 80 to 85%. And they can do it without dropping a bomb or shooting a bullet. They've killed how many microbiologists? They've been setting this up for years. They're killing the people that could find the cure.
Or people who worked on the program.
Exactly. And so they've got the cure. They don't have to worry. But a whole lot of us do.
Unfortunately, what you're saying is in the cards.
Well, I'll be with you till it's over, Alex.
You know what makes me think you're probably right, that they may do this? We know it's in the cards. They've said it's not a question of if but when this happens. They are saying that. Is the way that they don't care what we think anymore. They know we know they're lying. They know the Congress has an 11% approval rating. In Gallup, 20% in AP. They know, and they just don't care. It's like they know there's a finish line, and they just laugh at us.
Yep. So I'm doing everything I can. A lot of the products that you sell on air, I'm buying and storing. I can't get a lot of my friends to know. I mean, if they don't feel like they want to hear the truth, I'm not telling them what I'm doing. And everybody should be smart and not let anybody know what you got.
Yeah, a lot of citizens think it's illegal to store food now. They think that's what evil people do.
Well, how many days can most of the people that are listening on your line right now live out of their house? 4 or 5 days they'll be looking at that dog. Or cat. Or worse. Look what happened in Germany. I mean, my God, there were women eating their children. And it could get that bad. So if anybody thinks you're joking, they've got a real problem. Going to wake up one morning, and it'll all be over.
I'm going to say this. I have never had such a sense of dread. It is so strong in my soul right now. I literally can hardly talk. The dread.
I shake. I shake all the time.
God, there's so many innocent people that are going to die.
I've got 17 grandchildren, Alex. I don't know what I'm going to do.
You can just look at these evil people running things. They just love it. The way they tore out Europe, the way they tore out Russia, the way they killed 60-plus mil in China, the way our government put Mao in and now admits it. They love just totally tearing out societies. They get off on it. And I just can't believe that they're going to that we've had these people running things. I mean, it's just sick.
I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. I don't have a TV, but one of my friends watches Fox News.